This summer absolutely rocked. In fact, it very well may have been the best summer of my life.
Yeah, buddy!
Not only was I fortunate enough to visit Whistler Bike Park for the first time and push my riding to new heights, but I also got to do it all with some truly amazing friends.
Yeah! Hell yeah!
Unfortunately, Whistler Bike Park is now closed for the summer, and you all know what that means. Riding season is officially coming to an end. I've already begun to receive emergency SOS or shortage of stoke messages from subscribers across the globe who are cooped up indoors unable to ride their bikes. But don't you worry, I got you covered. Today, you can call me the Sampler Claus because I'm here to deliver the gift of stoke with a look back at one of my most memorable days of summer shred. It's a perfect summer day at the bike park. I've got my riding mates with me, and we're heading up to drop in on the longest downhill run Whistler Bike Park has to offer, the famous Top of the World Trail. At this point, I've already been at Whistler for over 3 weeks, and I'm not saying that to brag. My point is, if this trail is as epic as they say, why on earth have I not ridden this already? I think this is something many people visiting Whistler debate. With so much quality riding on the mountain, is it worth the extra time and $22 lift ticket to go ride this trail?
Yeah, bud.
Well, today, we're gonna find out. Just getting to the start of this trail is quite an adventure in itself, requiring up to 3 lifts to get there depending on where you begin. Our day started down at Creekside where we took the gondola up, followed by a warm-up block back down to Whistler Village. In my opinion, it's always worth the time to get warmed up before dropping in on something new, especially when we only get one shot at it. Here we hopped on the Village gondola to get a lift up to the top of the Garbanzo zone at roughly 6,000 feet. This is as far up the mountain as most riders ever venture, but there is yet another zone. Above all of this, way up at 7,000 feet, is the peak zone of Whistler Mountain, which is where we need to get.
All right, we're heading over to the top of the world. We gotta get another lift, get on the chair, and then there's one more chair to the very top. Wait.
What's that? As a few of you noticed in my A-Line video, I have indeed been rocking a new downhill bike that I got specifically for Whistler thanks to my channel partners over at Canyon. Yes, it's my first downhill bike ever. Yes, it absolutely rocks. And yes, it's already gotten me out of more than a few sticky situations. But more on that in a future video.
I gotcha. We'll see you at the top.
You're all going to the same place.
Oh yeah.
Have a good life, guys. Enjoy it.
No. Woo-hoo. My pack was open and my keys were just at the top.
Oh my god. No.
Holy shit.
This is officially uncharted territory for me, and it wasn't until this final lift that I really began to understand just how epic of a ride this was going to be.
Thank you, man. Cheers. You too. Holy shit, this is cool. Wow.
Since Whistler only allows a maximum 100 riders on the trail a day, I thought we were going to be amongst the only people at the top. But it turns out the trail isn't the only attraction up here. The peak zone is also home to the Cloudraker Sky Bridge, a massive 427-foot suspension bridge which you will find either super duper epic or super duper terrifying depending on your relationship with heights. My buddies and I are split, with 2 of us absolutely excited about it and 2, well, not so much. While we're on the subject, I guess I should probably introduce these guys as I've got a truly motley crew of friends with me today.
We gotta try and see a mama.
I'm looking at one.
I've been done. We up here.
What'd you think of that ride?
I was just telling Evan, I normally don't like heights, but today I'm more averse to them than normal.
Really?
So yeah, I was a little timid.
You better get over that real quick, bro. You want to go out onto that bridge to test?
Oh, more than anything.
He's that guy.
He is that guy. He's absolutely that guy. Ooh, yeah, it does have suspension to it. How you feeling? How you feeling, buddy? It's swaying a lot.
Hold on. Wait, safety first.
Hey, wave at the camera.
The view from the bridge is particularly cool looking back on it, as it provides the perfect preview of the day ahead. You see that lake all the way down there? That's where we're gonna end our day.
Okay, now there. There we go.
Lucky for us, instead of waiting in this massive line to get back down, we get to ride our bikes.
You reckon we send it? Oh my gosh, it's so epic up here.
The top of the mountain has a completely different vibe than the rest of the park, as we've traded the lush green forested mountainside for rough, bare, and high alpine scree fields. The rocks are plentiful, the dirt is dry and loose, and the views are absolutely stunning. Well, at least when they're not blocked by clouds.
So you see Black Tusk out there, right?
Oh, it's such a good view.
We imagine we're not going to be able to see much no matter how long we wait, so we're just going to get below the clouds here.
And look, they're choking me now.
All right, time for my favorite part, the first run down a new trail.
Joe, you got this, dude. Oh yeah, and actually that was a good time to do this. It did open up. Really hard to focus on the riding and not look to the side. Good shit, Paul. Glad I aired up my tires for this. Wow, that's a lot of rocks. What a view! I'm gonna crash because I'm looking. No, it's insane.
I heard you scream and was like, what the?
Now this is what I came up here for. This top piece is the most technical part of the whole trail. Partly because of the janky rocks and tight turns, but also because it's really hard to keep your eyes on the trail with such staggering beauty all around you.
This is just so ridiculous right now. I feel like I'm back in Colorado.
Up until this point of the ride, I've been following the other guys that have already ridden this trail before. Although it's nice to follow someone who knows the trail and get to see their lines, in my opinion, the purest way to experience the trail for the first time is to ride out front with complete creative freedom and nothing but the open trail ahead. Speaking of, I think it's time for me to run wild out front for a bit. Just when I thought I was beginning to figure things out, I hit something completely unexpected. With the way the trail had been going, I could hardly believe my eyes as I began to pump, manual, and jump my way through this pristine flow section that came seemingly out of nowhere.
Whoa, yeah!
This flowy goodness was such a welcome change of pace, and it did a really great job of keeping the trail fun and interesting.
Incredible! Yo, Hunter!
This is Hunter, a trail builder and mechanic that both Joe and I know. Joe thought he recognized him as he flew past us earlier, and we caught up to him again here.
Huh?
Did you hear me get by?
Yeah, but like I was going so fast, I'm like, oh shit, who's that? I can't.
He's like, oh, I was going too fast to stop, man.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm so stoked that you're here. That's amazing. This is your first time, I'm assuming, right?
yes.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, this place is a dream. Holy shit.
Last time I saw Hunter, he was in Florida.
Exactly.
And we are essentially on the opposite side of the globe being here.
Long way away.
Crazy enough, it wasn't long before we ran into even more of the Florida crew further
Later.
down while stopping
Have
to
a
fix
good-
a
yeah,
flat
you
on
too.
Joe's bike.
Have a good run. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good rest of the run. Cheers.
Ah, the power of mountain biking. Bringing people of all ages and backgrounds together from all over the world to share in the stoke. How could you possibly not love it?
Nice, dude. Holy cow, we made it down from the top of the world.
And just barely, as Joe's rear tire plug had failed to seal completely and was still leaking air. Which meant, unfortunately, this is where his day ended. For the rest of us, we decided to head down Creekside on one of our new favorite trails, the freshly cut Sabertooth Horse, which we then took to BC's trail, a techie one that I've never been on before.
Whoa! Nice, Dave.
Perhaps the coolest part of this ride from the top of the world is the sheer length and variety of riding you get, all in a single run. To think, just a few minutes ago, I was riding across high alpine scree fields, and now I'm knee-deep in fresh-cut loam navigating my way through this maze of roots. Crazy! The last section that Paul led us down really rounded out the variety of the day
Cool.
with some fun rock rolls and techie slabs. I mean, what more could I possibly ask for? We finally got to the bottom, mostly intact, and fully ready for a cold one.
We came all the way. That's crazy, you can see it.
Yeah, a pro was done it in about 20 minutes.
We did it in about 2.5 hours.
Paul had to head home to Squamish, but lucky for me, Evan had the perfect plan to end the perfect summer day. As if this day couldn't get any better. It was pretty awesome to still have a view of Whistler's Peak as we set off on the barge. While hanging out, I kept finding myself looking back up at the peak and thinking how wild it was that just a few hours ago, we rode our bikes right off the top of that. As for the question of whether or not the top of the world trail is worth your time, I'd say it most certainly is, as it's unlike any other trail in the park. One of the biggest misunderstandings I had prior to today was that it was going to be an all-day excursion, when in reality, it's more like an epic add-on to your day. So don't let this video fool you. After riding the top of the world, there is still tons of time for more laps of the park. While we're here, I'd like to thank everyone still watching this video, as it's because subscribers like you that I get to do trips like this and make these videos sharing it all. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time. I've still got some more Whistler footage stored away in the sampler vault that I'll continue to release as we get deeper and deeper into the winter. But for now, hopefully this video has helped raise your stoke levels. And if it did, make sure to subscribe for more to come. That's all for today, and until I see you guys next time, you know what to do. Live free, ride hard, and get stoked.
It is technically a Chinook effect because it's. Well, it's
Did you just Google what it is, what the reasoning
Well,
is?
it is, but you're right. It's because the warm air has to rise. Go down a little. Like other than the cloud, this cloud is gonna rise now, and it's gonna open all up.
All right, Bill Nye.
He's that fucking guy.
He is that guy. He's absolutely that guy. You gotta get out here far enough to see my camera.
Just when you edit it, make it look like I'm not a pussy. Okay, now there.
What's up?
You can see David's barge off in the left side.
Man, it was cloudy all morning. We waited till it opened up and I'm so happy we did. Oh my gosh, that lake! Wow. What the fuck is this? Yeah, what are you doing with these lines? Oh my God. You okay? Commit, let off your brakes too. Yep. Yeah. Don't look at me. Paul, you've ridden this a couple times, Jay. Whoa! That thing went all the way into your wheel, bro. Oh, it's so fresh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, dude, that was so fun. I like that. That section was probably the best section.